Is the Prime Minister about to be ousted by his own MPs?
Welcome back to UK Brief. Before starting, subscribe to the channel, like and write your opinion in the comments.
One wonders if Sir Keir Starmer is fully aware, following the rebellion over the social care bill, that the knives may well be out for him. On Wednesday, the Prime Minister was dealt a blow as three newly appointed Labour MPs, Neil Duncan-Jordan, Brian Leishman and Chris Hinchcliffe, were suspended from their posts, while veteran MP Rachel Maskell was forced to sit as an independent. Almost as if flexing his political muscle against potential challengers, Sir Keir also stripped trade envoy roles from Rosanna Allen Khan, Bel Ribeiro Addy and Mohamed Yassin. All of those targeted hail from the Labour left and had opposed the government's planned social care cuts. Yet the fact that 47 MPs rebelled, and only 7 were singled out, suggests this was more about sending a message than meting out punishment. But one must ask, a message to whom? Perhaps Sir Keir suspects a leadership challenge may be looming. However, the key contenders to replace him are either aligned with Starmer or belong to the Labour right: Deputy Leader Angela Rayner, Health Secretary Wes Streeting, and Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham. For backbenchers, it might feel like choosing between frying pans, although Rayner and Streeting do boast authentic working-class credentials and compelling personal stories. Either of them could bolster Labour's appeal in its traditional heartlands. Still, aspects of Rayner's private life may undermine her credibility as a potential Prime Minister. Even if Starmer were forced out, his successor would almost certainly represent continuity, and murmurs of a snap general election are wishful thinking at best. However disgruntled Labour backbenchers might be, it's hard to imagine any of them swapping Starmer for a Prime Minister Farage. There's cutting off your nose to spite your face, and then there's sheer political suicide. That said, Starmer remains plagued by plummeting popularity and a crisis of legitimacy, both within his party and in the wider electorate. The same applies to Kemi Badenoch, the embattled Conservative leader, who continues to face fierce criticism. Neither currently inspires confidence, and both would be fortunate to cling on until the next election. A change in leadership for either Labour or the Conservatives could potentially revive their electoral fortunes, but it would almost certainly be bad news for Reform UK, who have been capitalising on the current unpopularity of both Starmer and Badenoch. Just as Badenoch is struggling to arrest the Tory decline in the polls, how much longer can Starmer alienate his backbenchers and still count on their loyalty? Would a Labour Party led by Rayner or Streeting fare any better? Could someone like Robert Jenrick pull the Conservatives back from the brink? Both scenarios seem doubtful. But Starmer's grip on power has never been weaker, and his standing among Labour MPs is in steady decline. Will the party work finally make the hard decisions needed to get Britain back on track? Perhaps the Prime Minister will confront the rebels, assert his authority, and deliver on his promises.
If you found this eye-opening, please like, share it with others, subscribe, and tap the bell so you stay informed with every new update.